Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Hey Pile 1, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. We are tapping in and channeling messages from your person to you. Okay, so keep in mind, you guys, it's a general reading. Anything that resonates, take it, run with it. If it doesn't resonate, drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might resonate for. I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below for booking details. There's a lot of $25 readings available in the specific person category. All right, you guys, so we're going to get started. What does your person have to say? What are their messages to you? You guys are drawn to the blue lace agate point. Blue lace agate. Let's get their overall energies or the messages they want to talk to you about. We got laughter. So we have hawk spirit. But showing up in the reverse. We'll find out what's going on. And then we have my defenses are up. Vulnerability scares me. And then let's see, we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. That makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah, your person might be operating out of fear right now, largely, big time. It says my defenses are up and vulnerability scares me. We'll see what's going on with the Knight of Cups and why that is showing up in the reverse. Or give me information about the Knight of Cups. Tell me more about the Knight of Cups in the reverse. That's the overall energy of their message to you. They might be like feeling intuitively guided or even pulled in your direction by spirit, by their higher self, but they are blocking that out because right now their fearful self, the wound that is stronger than that inner voice, their intuition. Okay, tell me more. Give me more information about the Knight of Cups in the reverse. With laughter, there's the High Priestess. Wow. It's almost like their fear is not even letting them even consider maybe giving, because like the knights for me as a reader usually signify like actual offers, right? And so It's not that, and we'll see what the rest of the reading has to say. But it's almost like your person's coming through and their message being to you, pile one, that they're too afraid to take this connection too seriously. Even to the point of offering anything like this, your person, if they are showing up in vibes that feel more casual, friends with benefits, situationship, or it's just you feel like they're not taking the connection seriously. That's why there's a lot of fear going on in your person's energy. And with laughter here, yeah, this is them saying that they do have a really good time with you. They want you to know that. But it's also laughter in this context is like they want to keep things light. They don't want to take things too seriously. I'm hearing that they don't want to put any kinds of offers on the table at this time. There's something, even though they are feeling kind of intuitively guided to, they're not listening. With the High Priestess here and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, that's your person not even considering as an option what they are feeling intuitively guided to do. They are more listening to the voice of fear versus the voice of faith, and faith coming from their spirit, their higher selves telling them to go ahead and give this a shot, right? Let's find out more. Pile one's person, what do you want to tell pile one? What do you want to tell pile one? They're saying they're on guard. Yeah, their guard is up. Their defenses are up. They're not even wanting to talk. What do you want to say to pile one? I'm working on opening up their energy so you can at least get some information. What do you want pile one? Talk to pile one. What do you want pile one to know? And if not, I'll just have to talk to their higher self. What do you want pile one to know? What are your messages to pile one, please? Oh yeah, your person is shut down. Your heart is safe with me. Let me get a couple more. This is letting me know that your person, like them keeping things casual, keeping you at arm's length, it's not coming from a malicious place. They're not trying to play you. That's what your person wants you to know, pile one. You're actually, in a sense, you are safe with them because this is them not leading you on, not just telling you what you want to hear. This is also a message coming through, pile one. If if they said things to you, they never said anything to you in a guise of leading you on. So that goes both ways. If your person told you that they love you, that they see a future with you, they meant those things, okay? And it also goes the other way, where if your person told you that they're just not ready for a connection, or it's like basically you can trust what they say but also trust their actions. Like if their actions are coming through and it's like they're not spending a lot of time with you, they're dropping your calls or missing invitations and stuff like that, it's like it's not coming from a space of it's not coming from a space of maliciousness. They do care about you, okay? Let's get a couple more. They meant what they said is a message that's coming through. And that is specifically coming through in the energy for those of you where your person has told you they have feelings for you, they love you, they see a future with you. They are letting you know they meant what they said. But there is kind of an energy for your person and this pile coming through where maybe your person's actions are not lining up with their words, okay? And this is why, because it says my defenses are up because vulnerability scares me. And that's very largely due to, like, you know, wounding, maybe experiences of past relationships that your person had, or they could just not be ready. They just could not be in the space for it, right? It doesn't always have to be wounding. It just, for whatever reason, your person just may not be in that space for a committed relationship. We'll see. But no, it does say, hello, it says vulnerability scares me. Okay, so for you guys specifically, because not everybody, you know, it's not like that for everybody. Some people just aren't in a space of just wanting a committed relationship. You know, they might be building businesses and stuff like that. But your person is specifically coming through and saying that the reason why they haven't put forth any more effort or energy or whatever into the connection with you is because they're afraid to. The reason why they haven't put an offer on the table, or they took that offer back, okay? Because for some of you, you know, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, that's an offer not being given, but it can also be an offer that maybe they have put on the table being rescinded, being taken back. They're saying the reason why they did that is because, you know, for a lot of you, maybe it has to do with their feelings, them feeling too vulnerable, getting too close, right? Let's see, your messages to pile 2, please, or 1. Your messages to pile 1. But they didn't do that. Like, they didn't take that offer back, it's not a case of them not caring about you, being flippant about it. It's not about that. It's coming from a space of genuine fear, okay? They're not trying to hurt you, pull the wool over your eyes, lie to you, manipulate you, lead you, you know, keep you hanging on. It's not coming from that space at all. It really is fear. Your person is afraid of taking things too seriously or taking things to the next level. Yeah, do we have to get married though? See, yeah, your person's wanting to keep things very light, okay? Give me one more. What do you want pile 1 to know? What do you want to tell pile 1? So, I mean, there is a little bit of an energy here of your person, like maybe they wouldn't mind, you know, making things a little bit more regular in this connection. Maybe even exclusivity, because that's the energy of that card. It's like, yeah, we can be together and we can be exclusive, and maybe we can even, maybe at some point even live together, but does it have to be marriage? And for some of you, your person may even be afraid of moving in together. There's an energy here of things, they're willing to take things, to take it serious up to a point. But I feel like they have a line. For some of you, it's they living together, and for some of you, they're fine living together, but they don't want to get married, okay? Give me one more. Messages to pile 1, please. 2. Okay, and this feels like that's, oh, and then we belong together at the back of the deck. I'm going to leave that off camera, but I am going to put it where I can see it. So at the back of the deck, they have we belong together, okay? I'll see why maybe that's showing up, because back of the deck energy can be, you know, several different things. It may not just not be the strongest of energies. That, again, that feels like that's there because of fear. See, your person can see a future with you, and because they have this problem here with, you know, fear of vulnerability, fear of intimacy, and they're literally coming through apologizing about it. They're saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me, but I'm being haunted by my past. It's their past that's keeping them from moving forward. It's their fear of, like, maybe repeating past patterns that's keeping them from, you know, pulling the trigger on this connection in some way, okay? Let's see. Tell me what you want from pile 2 in this connection. What do you want? Ooh, they're quiet. They don't even want to tell you what they want. And that may be more like they're afraid to even tap into what it is they want. Your person has a very difficult time. Let me look into this haunted by the past, because I have a feeling it's largely tied to that, and then we'll get it back into finding out what it is they want. Tell me more about haunted by the past. Pile one's person. Yeah, the Pisces energy with the Hanged Man, definitely their past is what's getting in the way here. It could also be related to a Pisces, okay? Oh, man. Okay. Your person isn't even really wanting to talk about what is haunting them from the past. This is your person trying everything in their power to block that out. See, this is very indicative of wounding. Your person doesn't want anything to do. They don't want to think about what happened in the past. It brings up too much pain for your person, and it feels like maybe your person doesn't know how to process, like your person hasn't grieved properly, okay? Whatever they're being haunted by regarding the past, they haven't grieved it. Their way of dealing with it is trying to shut it away, lock it, and never like revisit it again. That's basically where they're at. But it is definitely operating at a subconscious level for your person, because your person, and it may not even be subconscious, your person could have very well made some kind of a conscious decision that whatever hurt them in the past, and for a lot of you it does feel like it's a past romantic connection, right? Like they're never going to do that again. They're never going to give their heart to anybody like that again. Even though they're feeling guided to give their heart to you. And what I'm hearing is, for a lot of you, your person is feeling guided to hand their life over to you. Well, you know, in marriage, yeah, I mean, that's largely what happens when people get married. We basically hand our, you know, heart and soul and lives over to the other person. But your person's past is getting in the way. And for a lot of you, your person is doing that on purpose. They're doing that consciously, okay? Let's see, we have the Chariot that came out, Judgment. So that's Cancer energy, Judgment, Scorpio energy, and then the Hanged Man again is Pisces. Oh yeah, and then Eight of Cups at the back of the deck in the upright position. Yeah, they were left behind. That's what the past, yeah. Is it romantic? Show me the energy of this memory, or the energy of this experience that you're being haunted by, pile one's person. Give me the overall energy. If you would, please. Temperance. Okay, well, I mean, it's healing. There is some healing and balancing out that's going on. Temperance is also Sagittarius energy coming through. For a lot of you, what I'm hearing is that you remind them quite a bit of whoever their feelings or their energy towards you. There's mirroring. I'm picking up on some mirroring energy here. You remind them a lot of a past person, like their feelings for you, not the bad ones, right? You know, because with laughter here, they're like, you know, they have good feelings when they think about you. But there's something about their feelings for you that remind them too much of some kind of an experience from the past, and that causes them to block things off. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Your person does feel bad, you know, because they're apologizing for that. It's like, you know, they want you to know that they do feel bad for allowing their past to get in the way of something that could possibly be, you know, very exciting is what they're saying. I was going to say beautiful, but they came through and said very exciting. Your person has a blast with you, or they know that they could have a blast with you. Like a really good time. Like things could be really fun and exciting between the two of you, but they're getting in their own way. Yeah, and that might be like we belong together at the bottom of the deck. Your person is like the two of you are almost like a perfect fit, a perfect match. And there's something about that that actually scares the crap out of your person and they block it off. You know, they won't let things get past a certain point in this connection, and that's by design. You know, your person is doing that on purpose. Your person puts the brakes on forward moving momentum in this connection. Because again, they're listening. The voice of fear for them is way more stronger than the voice of faith. All right, let's see. What do you want with pile 1, please? Pile 1's higher self, or pile 1's person's higher self. What does pile 1's person want with pile 1? Because your person is... Yeah, come on. What does pile 1's person want with them? What is pile 1's person? Dating. Okay. Ready to start dating. Getting over someone, meeting new love interests. I'll clarify these. What does pile 1's person want with pile 1? Happiness. What does pile 1's person want with pile 1? Pile 1. What does pile 1's person want with pile 1? Maybe one more. Trapped. Yeah. I'm hearing arrested development. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have poker face. It says two-faced, lack of expression, hiding true feelings. Yeah. Your person, heavy on the fear, okay? So dating, again, says ready to start dating, meeting new love interests, getting over someone. Happiness says finding happiness, happy ending, feeling blessed and grateful. Trapped says in an unpleasant situation, feeling stuck and cannot escape from it. But what this feels like is like your person wanting to, you know, maybe take you out on dates. You guys maybe spending some more quality time together. There's a couple of messages coming through. Let me clarify the overall energy of what it says they're wanting with you. The overall energy of what it is you're wanting with pile 1, please. The overall energy of what pile 1's person wants with pile 1. Honestly. They just want to be happy, and they're confused as to how that's going to happen. Okay, the 3 of Swords. They want, okay, so again, they're just not wanting to get hurt. Your person is purposefully detaching, and then we got the Hierophant at the back of the deck. It's almost like, you know, if they knew without a shadow of a doubt, if your person, this is where they're coming from, pile 1, if your person knew without a shadow of a doubt that they could, you know, enter into some kind of a commitment with you, or maybe take things in this connection to the next level and not get hurt, they would be much more open to doing it. But there's just a lot of fear associated with, you know, doing that. What your person is wanting literally is they want to go down whatever path is going to cause them the least pain. More happiness and the least pain. And with Trapped here, this almost feels like, you know, this connection and the potential of this connection and what it's capable of is being arrested by your person's fear. So, I mean, you know, your person goes back and forth, and it's almost one of those things like, you know, they, at this point, because they're so much in fear of, you know, falling in love again, or, you know, maybe they could very well be in love with you, but it's one of those things where it's like, well, you know, they're in love with you, but they're not going to take things to the next level. cut things off before they even start, because it's almost like your person's projecting fear. Like, if it's going to happen anyway, we might as well not even go down that route or start, right? And so they're both ways. There's like, I just want to be happy. You know, whether it's with pile one or not, I just want to be happy. I don't want to feel any more pain. I don't want to feel any more sense of loss. I just want to heal. Tell me more about trapped. I just keep hearing arrested development. Yeah, they want to, you know, honestly, and this is your person's higher self coming through. Your person doesn't feel comfortable allowing things in this connection to develop any further. Your person's fear is literally arresting the development of this connection to a higher level, even though intuitively in their higher self, and maybe even your higher self and y'all's guides are, you know, nudging your person forward with you. Your person's fear is like, nope. There's also a message coming through, like if they've, you know, if they felt more healed, or maybe, yeah, and that temperance energy was there too. You know, if they heal that wound, then of course they're going to feel a lot more clear and level-headed and a lot more comfortable moving things forward with you, spending more quality time with you. But it all depends on whether or not they continue to allow fear to arrest the development of this connection. And it's funny that arrest keeps coming up. So I don't know, do some of your people, do you or your person like work in law enforcement or something like that? But there's the arrested development is coming up. Okay, yeah, with the Lovers in the reverse at the back of the deck, it's not, your person isn't, I'm just going to be honest, they're not choosing a path with you on it where the two of you are together, you know, getting married and, you know, whatever. They're not choosing that path. If they could keep you on in a way where you're okay keeping things light and not taking things to the next level and stuff, yeah, and then the Lovers, as I said, that just flipped in the upright position. They're like, yeah, they'll choose that. They'll choose to keep things where they're at if they're, you know, casual and open-ended, and they can still talk to other people, and you can still, like, if that's where it's at, if you guys, it's your person's coming through in very friends with benefits, casual situationship energy, and that's where they're comfortable. Okay, heavy on just being afraid of commitment, just commitment phobe. All right, let's see. Let's get 3 messages here. Your messages to pile 1, please. I miss hearing your voice. Let's get 2 more. Your person misses hearing your voice, pile 1. They miss talking to you. If it's been a while, I want to feel that way again. Yeah, you make them pretty happy. They like the way that they feel when they're with you. They have a blast. They have fun. You guys may laugh a lot together. They have a really good time with you. They really do enjoy your company. Give me 1 more. Your messages to pile 1, please. But there's just an energy, pile 1, you know, a message that's coming through is just there's a path that your person feels you're wanting to take this connection down that they're just not, they don't want to. They're too scared to. Give me 1 more. Whoa, that's... All right, we have I love you unconditionally, and then it also says my life is not as together as it seems. So, I mean, that, you know, there could be something going on in your person's life right now, you know, financially, environmentally, or something. Home life could be kind of up in the air. This could just be them talking about, you know, how they are, okay, physically. There might be something going on with their physical health for some of you. Your person is just, though, you know, the way, because they are so afraid of opening their heart up again to somebody else and giving themselves to someone else like that again, you know, they're going to use anything and everything as an excuse as to why, you know, they can't have anything more serious than what it is they have, right? Why they can't commit, why they can't get married, why They can't take things to the next level or have something more committed and more exclusive. But they do tell you, they do want you to know that they do love you unconditionally. All right, we're going to get 3 messages from the Messengers of the Heart deck. If you guys got from this reading what you came here for, take a minute if you would. Smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. It's also a great way to show your appreciation. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. If you want to become part of the family, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. All right, closing messages to pile 1, please. What do you want to tell pile 1 to close out this reading? Closing messages to pile 1. Interesting. So we have marriage. It says they see you as marriage material, somebody that inspires them to create a strong foundation for marriage. But what I'm getting with that, and then we have, do we have to get married though? This is your person coming through pile 1 and saying, it literally isn't you, it's them. They do see you as somebody who would make a great spouse, a great husband, or a great wife, right? They do see you as somebody who would add a lot of value to your significant other or your spouse, but your person, it just has fear. They have a lot of fear taking things to that level, okay? Just in general. Give me 2 more. Healing. It says they're at the end of a big healing cycle, coming to peace with their past and bringing back balance in the connection. This feels like what your person's wanting. And we did have the Temperance card show up about, was it haunted from the past, I think is what that was clarifying. Again, your person was really dodging the actual, like, what was it, what is it in their past that was, you know, getting in the way. They were just wanting to talk about, like, you know, they're working on healing that and all that stuff. And so, yeah, there is some implication in your person's energy coming through saying that they are doing some kind of a healing work somehow. Or at least, you know, at the very least, it's getting started. There is some balancing out in that energy coming through with your person. So, I mean, that's some good news. Give me 1 more. You know, but I'm not picking up anything in your person's energy telling you to hold on, you know, wait for me. It's weird. It's very open-ended with your person. Because I do feel like, you know, with your person's overall energy towards you, you know, they had "We Belong Together" at the back of the deck. You know, they do see you as somebody who would be a perfect partner to them. And they might just be taking things like one day at a time, one step at a time. And so, you know, they're not, that might be why I'm not seeing or feeling anything coming through in their energy saying that they're going to be with you once their healing journey is done. That could be why. Give me 1 more. Your closing message to pile 1, please. Oh, they're saying that they have a okay, your person doesn't like to future forecast too much because they don't like to get too attached to outcomes. That is very indicative of an avoidant attachment. That's why. Okay. That's also coming from a space of fear, because that's like your person saying that they don't even, like your person doesn't even want to hope, you know, for certain outcomes because of disappointment, you know. If they don't hope for something to happen and then it doesn't happen, then they don't have to worry, they don't have to deal with the disappointment later on. Give me 1 more. Your closing messages to pile 1, please. Give me 1 more, please. Lustful desires. Whoo, yeah. And we got telepathy at the back of the deck. It says the telepathy you share cannot be ignored. Your words are slowly leaving imprints upon their heart. Yeah, there is definitely some kind of a connection between the two of you. Otherworldly, okay? Soul connection, all that good stuff, because they are feeling guided by their higher self and their intuition in your direction, right? But their fear is causing them to want to block that out. Your person is operating from a very ego and pride. And when I say pride, I don't mean like, the traditional sense of the word. It's more of a wounded ego. They're operating from that, very 3D. And that is largely what's getting in the way. Let's see, lustful desires here says there's a difference between love and lust. Don't let your desires destroy you. Overcome the spirit of lust. This almost feels like it might be more of their message to you is like to not allow, this is their message to you. I will clarify that just to double check, but it feels like what they're trying to say is, not to allow, and this for themselves too, not to allow the physical attraction that they have towards you. That might be what it is too. They're trying to figure out whether or not, the chemistry between the two of you could be very high. They didn't talk about none of that, right, in the reading. But the fact that they're kind of closing it out with that, it might be them saying like they just want to make sure, or they're not going to allow their physical attraction and their sexual desire for you to sweep them away, right? But that's fear again. Tell me more about lustful desires. That's a control issue. Your person could even be like, purposefully keeping themselves and withholding themselves from you. Your person could have a very high drive and high desire for you sexually, and they could be on purpose, what do they call that? Denying themselves that with you, because they're trying to control themselves from being swept up. Maybe your person feels like they've been swept up by that before, and that's part of what, led them down that path of being quote unquote destroyed. Whatever that past situation is, because again, I was picking up on, you mirroring quite a bit, or reminding your person a lot of whoever that past person was. And that might be why there's so many triggers coming up in your person when they think about you. And they do associate, whether they, are aware of it or not. They associate you a lot with that past person. For many of you, it's going to be an ex, okay? And so they're like, no, they'll shut it down. There's a strong magnetic and a strong magnetic pull that your person is feeling towards you, and they're doing everything in their power to ignore it, to block it out, to neutralize it, all out of fear. Anything to add for lustful desires? Clarify that, what you mean by that, and then we'll close the reading. Oh yeah, with the star clarifying that, you guys, you give them life. This is how your person feels. You give them life. You ignite that spark. It's like, you restored a lot or you have the ability, like this connection and the feelings that they feel. It's almost like hope being restored, but a lot of it might be being driven by like lustful desires, that sexual attraction and that sexual chemistry. And that's what your person is afraid of. They're afraid to hope. And so they shut that down. right? And so yeah, they're letting you know it's not that they don't want to. They're keeping themselves and they're denying themselves those physical, lustful, sexual pleasures with you because it makes them hope again, right? It makes them look towards the future in an optimistic way again, and that's something that they just don't feel comfortable doing because your person's coming through and saying that anytime that they expected good things to happen, or they just kind of, your person is saying something about having their head in the clouds. It's like, oh, because they got taken to such high heights, right, of pleasure, just overall, like falling in love, right? The euphoria of falling in love and having really great sex on top of that. It's like, they got carried to a really high place, and then only to be like left to crash and fall and burn, and your person has never forgot the impact of that. Okay. All right, pile one, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next pick a card. Bye. Hey, file two, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. Let's see, we're tapping in today and channeling messages from your person to you. So just keep in mind, you guys, it's general. If it resonates, take it, run with it. If it doesn't, drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might resonate for. And I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. All the booking details are in the description box. There's a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25 USD, so go check them out. Okay, I even have a three messages reading available for $25 if you guys want me to get exclusive messages from your person to you. Okay, all right, so pile two, you guys were drawn to the clear quartz point. Let's get the overall energies here. We got communication. We have owl spirit showing up in the reverse, though. It says you see clearly now, but it's in the reverse. We'll see what that means, what that's in reference to. We have a message here. It says, I crave you like no other, but that's also showing up in the reverse. And then clarity. We have clarity coming through. So there's literally there could be blocked communication here for those of you where that resonates, okay? A message might be coming through about your person, you or your person unblocking that communication or unrestricting, or there might be, your person's coming through energetically letting you know that you can expect some kind of an actual communication in the 3D, okay? Maybe fairly soon. We'll see what's going on here. What is communication? Let me look at, so we have the number 42, the number 43. Something could be picking up in this connection. Now, 42 and 43 could be actual ages. That might be, you guys might be a year or two apart in age. This largely feels like there may have been some kind of a block or an obstacle. Of course, again, that could be literal, right? But I feel like that block or that obstacle is the energy is about that block or that obstacle or that restriction being removed, even if it's just energetically, okay? Give me a minute, you guys. Okay, yeah. Just mostly the overall energies here. Some kind of clarity is going to be provided. Your person is coming through and saying things are going to get very clear when it comes to this connection. Or that's what they're wanting, okay? Tell me more about I crave you like no other, about it being in the reverse. Oh, okay. I mean, it could be about moving on with the Six of Swords, clarifying that. This could be the energy of like maybe losing interest, or we'll see. That could also be maybe about wanting to temper those passions for whatever reason. We'll find out. Let's get there over. Let's see. Your messages to pile two. Maybe wanting to move things beyond that, you know, we'll see. Beyond craving. We'll see. What do you want pile 2 to know? What do you want to tell pile 2? Says, your heart is safe with me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. This feels like them wanting to do the right thing. Okay. Whatever that might be. Give me one more. What do you want pile 2 to know? Healing core wounds. And at the bottom of the deck, it says, I didn't or I don't appreciate what I found in you. And that might be what they're wanting to apologize about. Okay, let's find out what they want. What are you wanting with pile 2 in this connection? They might be focusing more on business. We have abundance, this financial blessings, healthy money perspective, financial independence. You know, they're not talking a lot about the connection itself and what they're wanting. This could just be, you know, we did have the 6 of Swords coming up. And this could just be your person, you know, literally just getting over things. You know, so what their message is coming through with pile 2 is more of a, it almost feels like a Dear John letter. You know what I mean by that? It's I'll find out why they're saying your heart is safe with me. There is an apology coming through. So what's coming through with healing core wounds is your person coming through and saying, you know, owning up to maybe the way that they have shown up to you in this connection may have hurt you. Right? So with your heart is safe with me now, and that's what I'm hearing. It's like your heart is safe with me now. You know, in other words, your person is saying back when you guys, you know, maybe were together. There's energy too of maybe passions between the two of you, tempers getting flared, things maybe having been said, you know, that could have been below the belt. For some reason with I crave you like no other, it coming up in the reverse, and then with the Ace of Swords down there, I'm picking up on almost a 5 of Swords energy, right? But it's not like that anymore. They're kind of alluding to like that's what it used to be. There used to be high conflict in this connection, mainly maybe in words, right? Very combative. You know, honestly, what your person feels like they're wanting is they're wanting to just let things go, let things be. We got mental prison and chaser both showing up in the reverse. Your person is just done overthinking things. They're just done wanting, you know, and that's the overall energy. It's just like they're done. Yeah. You know, I mean, there's kind of a curt, not really abrasive, but I'm almost picking up on this energy where your person is just like, they're not even really wanting, they're like energetically, they're not even wanting to sit much with me. You know, in this, it's like they're just kind of wanting to deliver the message and just kind of like move on. Like your person is not wanting to spend any more time, effort, or energy on this, right? They want to tell you what they want to tell you, maybe clear up some things for you, and then just drop it and move on. Let's gossip. Oh, they might want to clear up some, like, some rumors too. Maybe some things that you've heard. They want to clear the air about something. Tell me more about gossip. That's too much. Just give me a couple. Tell me more about gossip. I heard they're tired of chasing old wounds. Your person is, it's not, they're tired of focusing on the past. That's why. It's not so much that, your person is being very mindful about where their focus and their attention is going. They're being very mindful about their energy. And so they don't even want to sit with me. This feels for a lot of you like this is maybe a connection that's just done, right? It's been done. Maybe you're just feeling very curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling. And they're, they want to be at least courteous enough to maybe clear up some stuff for you, help you to maybe put things into perspective. It's almost this thing of like, okay, pile two, what is it you're needing? Like closure. It's like, yeah, they want to come through and they want to give you closure, but they're so aware. There's something about their energy and their focus. It's like they don't want to focus on the past anymore. They only want to focus on the future. It's that kind of an energy. Being courteous enough to maybe give you the closure that you're wanting and needing, but not, it's like they want to give you just what you need and then they want to move on. They don't want to dwell in the past anymore. It's that energy. Yeah, they want to put to bed. They want to, with gossip here, as far as what they're wanting to put to rest, maybe, especially if there's been some going around, like if you're, talking about them on social media or they're talking, something about gossip, putting it to rest, like stop talking about it. And this might be for you, them telling you they want you to stop dwelling on the past. They want you to stop talking to your friends about it. And it's coming from a space of being very mindful about where your attention is going, because it's like your person doesn't want to, your person's coming at it from a space of realizing, like, the more they pay attention to something, the more of that energy they are continuing to create. And so this is, yeah, they might be telling you, like, will you please stop talking to everybody about our connection? Like, yeah, they might legitimately be coming through in that energy, if that is something that you're doing, pile two. And there's also kind of a side note, like, be careful about what it is you're focusing on, because you're going to continue to create more of that in your future. So there's kind of a dual message coming through. For those of you where you have been talking about your person to your friends, to family on social media and stuff, your person is like, will you stop doing that? Stop talking about me, right? And then there's also there's the other side of that where they're like, you got to be careful about what you're focusing on, because you're creating more of that in your life, right? Yeah, so I mean, the message for you, pile two, is, your person is open to maybe having a conversation with you to give you closure if that's what you need to move on. Your person might be under the impression, especially if you are somebody that's just talking to your friends and family about it, talking about them on social media, they're under the impression that you don't have closure. And maybe closure would, help you to move on, because your person is wanting like a peaceful transition. So I mean, yeah, with your heart is safe with me, it's like your person isn't wishing you harm. They're not, moving on and wishing you ill will or anything like that. They're not, it's not like that. They're saying they wish you the best. They're healing, they're doing what they need. They apologize for some of the harsh ways that they may have treated you. They're saying that the reason why they showed up that way was because they themselves had some wounding that they were operating out of. And that's something else too, closure. If part of receiving closure is them apologizing, that's what they're coming through. They're giving you that apology. They're acknowledging that they didn't treat you the right way, and the reason why they didn't treat you the right way had nothing to do with you and your worthiness. It had everything to do with them and their wounding, right? Which they're in the process of healing, okay? Again, they're coming out saying straight up, I'm sorry, please forgive me. and now I'm hearing them saying, I didn't know what I was doing or why I was doing it. They know now, right? They weren't happy overall as a person. And because they were unhappy, you know, misery loves company. And so they made you miserable along with them, whether they were doing that consciously or not. A lot of the times people do that subconsciously. Okay. Let's see. Let's get messages. What do you want, pile? Messages to pile 2. I want you. So they're saying, pile 2, that they're still attracted to you. They're still physically attracted to you. They do still want you. Let's get a couple more. What's that in the reverse? I don't want to know, but it's showing up in the reverse. Let's get one more. Your messages to pile 2. This may be alluding to the fact that there may have been in the past, right? Your person may have just been in denial about a lot of things. And it could have been like your person didn't want to know how they were hurting you. They were in denial about a lot. Mostly what they're coming through is, you know, they're in denial about how they hurt you. And so the fact that this is coming up in the reverse now, it's like they're healing, they're becoming strong enough, and they're healing enough to where, you know, they're more willing to acknowledge and face how they, you know, the ways that they were in the ways that they were at fault, where maybe they didn't before. Give me one more. Your messages to pile 2, please. My life is not as together as it seems. Yeah. They're still in the process of healing. And then at the back of the deck, it says, I know that I crossed the line with you. Yeah. Your person knows that maybe they took things too far, or just, you know, hurt and pain in this connection just was taken too far. It's like, you know, they can't, they may have done or said something that they can't come back from, and they're taking responsibility for that. You know, they are wanting to give you closure for that. You know, they do want to apologize for that. For some of you, they're open to having and saying these things to you in like the actual 3D, like having an actual conversation with you. There is a feeling now with I crave you like no other being in the reverse. There's some things that they enjoy about this connection. What they're not craving, though, feels like fights and gossip and conflict and you know, things like that. But that could also just saying like they might, you know, where we like, again, we still have I want you, right? Your person is coming through saying they still desire you, and I feel like a sexual energy coming through with that. You know, there's multiple energies or messages coming through with I crave you with like no other coming in the reverse. It's like they're still attracted to you, but maybe the power or the impact that chemistry used to have is weakening, or I'm hearing waning. It's waning. I don't even, I mean, I know what waning means, but hold on, because that was a very specific message. Hold on. Let me look it up. Decreasing. Yeah, it's decreasing. Okay. The fact or act of becoming less or less intense. Yeah. So, you know, yeah, they still feel that sexual desire and that attraction to you, but it's weakening. Okay. And it just could be because, you know, time, distance, the desire for you might be weakening or waning because maybe they haven't had you in a while. Like they're getting used to not having you. All right, let's get 3 more messages to close the reading out. If you guys got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor, if you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. It also is a good way to show your appreciation. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile, let me know how it resonated. If you want to become part of the family, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Pile 2's person, what do you want pile 2 to know? What do you want to tell pile 2? Let's close the reading out, please. Yeah, they're definitely coming through saying they're done chasing you and the connection. They're ready to let it go and move on. They feel like that's what's best for both of you. And that's what they want. They want what's best for both of you, right? There's not really selfishness coming through in your energy. There's a lot of logic and common sense coming through, just saying like, you know, it wasn't a good match. Or even if it was a good match, it's one of those things where it's just too much damage has been done and your person is understanding and taking, you know, accountability and responsibility for the part that they played in it. Give me 3 messages, please. Divine intervention. Okay, yeah. It says they're experiencing many tower moments in their life where it helped them gain clarity on this connection. So them growing up and developing as a person, which I do feel like they're in the process of doing, may not have been something that they've been doing consciously. They may have had to face a lot of tower moments that has helped them grow up, right? That healing that it says they're like healing core wounds feels like maybe something that they have been forced to start doing through some tower moments in their life. You know, that could be a lot of karmic reckoning too. And so it's like now the reason why they see things or they are able to see things from your perspective is because they've almost been forced to experience things as you experienced them in some way, shape, or form. Like they understand where you're coming from now from a very personal point of view. Like they experienced it, so now they get it, right? They get it now. Give me 2 more. Your closing messages to pile 2, please. Oh, that one wants to come out too. All right, so we have temptation. We also have divine truth. So temptation says each day gets harder and harder to resist what they know in their heart to be true. Yeah, they see you as their forbidden fruit. And then we have dreams. It says they've been dreaming so much about you and wanting to manifest their dreams into reality. I don't know. We'll have to look a little bit more further into I crave you like no other. This feels like maybe because of all this stuff that's coming out, this may be them trying to do that on purpose. Like they're trying to resist the fact that they crave you, because we have all this other energy now coming out. I want you. We have temptation about it being, as each day goes by and they don't have you like that, it's getting harder and harder for them. With dreams at the back of the deck, they've been dreaming so much about you and they want to manifest their dreams into reality. Oh, okay. And then divine truth says we are helping this connection evolve to see things as they really, yes. And that's what that, again, we got divine intervention and divine truth. Your person has been forced in some way, shape, or form to see the error of their ways when it comes to you in this connection. Okay. Let me see, because now that I have this here, this doesn't make sense. The I crave you like no other showing up in the reverse. That the only way that that's making sense in the light of what just came out, you know, is your person trying to block that, trying to resist that, trying to move on past that. That could be what that 6 of Swords in the upright position means. Like they're trying to not crave you, but they do, right? Let me just clarify that again with what we see here. Yeah, they're trying. Okay, so this is actually really painful for them because they do crave you like no other, pile two. But that craving of it's that wanting you so much and not being able to have you. It's actually causing them a lot of pain, and so they're trying to do what they can to take their mind off of it, to resist it. You know, but it's not really working. It's taking away a little bit of the pain, but not a lot because it's still showing up as the Ten of Swords in the reverse. It's very painful for your person to want you as much as they do and they can't have you. Oh, yeah. We got the Page of Cups energy here in the upright position and then the Eight of Wands in the reverse. This is them wanting to communicate this to you, wanting to tell you, you know, how much they want you. This is even them, you know, yeah, it's very lustful energy that's coming through, but being characterized by the Page of Cups, I mean, yes, it's sex, right? It's intimacy, but that's where they're coming from. It's like they want it, they want legitimately to connect with you. There's something about the way that the two of you connect sexually that is very satisfying for your person on a very deep soul level. It's more than just lust and it's more than just sex, and that's what they're craving. Yes, they're craving the actual sexual part, but they're saying it's more than that, right? They get something very soul connecting there, very, very nourishing, and they crave that. And because they can't have that, they're doing whatever they can to try to, you know, to minimize the impact to minimize that craving. That's what that is. All right. I hope you guys made it this far. Because I mean, they were so resistant to that they didn't, it was at the very end of the reading that they even let me know, you know, in this reading that's where they were coming through with that. It's not, yeah, it's not that they're moving on because that desire, that craving is weakening. That's what they're wanting. They're trying to move on, and they're trying to do what they need to do to make that desire decrease. They're trying to force that craving and that desire to decrease, but it's not working. That energy is still here. Okay. All right, pile two, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Live reading. Bye, guys. Hey, pile three, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another Pick a Card Love reading. We're tapping in today and we're channeling messages from your person to you. All right, so just keep in mind, you guys, this is a general reading, so whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If it doesn't resonate, just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might resonate for. I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below for booking details. I have a lot of readings available in a specific person category. Many of them are just $25 USD. All right, you guys. So pile three, you guys were drawn to the Smokey Quartz. The Smokey Quartz point. Let's get the overall energy. We got solitude. Starfish spirit, it says open to infinite possibility. We also have you make me feel ways I've never felt before. That's sweet. Ooh, okay. I was picking up on hermit energy. Your person, they either gone ghost, they've withdrawn their energy. Let me find out what's going on with starfish spirit. So we have the number 21 and the number 59 might be significant. We got Virgo energy coming through. What's going on with starfish? Let's see if whatever. Why is this here? I'm just reading it. Give me a minute, you guys. I'm almost feeling, yeah, okay, so your person has definitely retracted their energy from this connection. We'll find out why, or they're being very quiet. Heavy on the solitude and hermit energy though, and so they might be, you know, with, as you can see here with the hermit, you know, it's spending time alone to kind of find or tap into that light within, right? And they might be trying to tap into that part of them that is infinite, you know, infinite source, divine knowledge and stuff like that. And so let's see. Your thoughts and feelings are actually, just tell me your messages. What are your messages for pile 3? All right, tell me, what do you want to tell pile 3? I need my space right now. Your person is coming through kind of in the energy of they're needing to figure something out, but it feels like themselves are needing to figure out themselves, or needing to figure themselves out. Need 2 more. What do you want pile 3 to know? Pile 3's person. Ooh, their energy is so quiet. Like crickets. And that's pretty much how I feel like you've been experiencing them, pile 3. You haven't been hearing, if you haven't been hearing from them either at all, and that's largely the energy that's coming through, or just very, very sporadically. I mean, it's not like they're not even wanting to come through in this reading right now. It's like your person is really kind of, they may have put up some kind of an energetic boundary. They may be closing out a lot of people or shutting out a lot of people. I lost our spark. That doesn't feel like, no, that's not them losing the spark for you. They lost their own spark, and that's what they're doing. They're trying to rediscover either they're trying to rediscover themselves, they're trying to figure out how to light. Yeah, that's what that is. That's why we have the open to infinite possibilities. Your person realizes that they lost that inner spark a long time ago, and they're trying to figure out how to reignite it, because your person is under the impression and the understanding that once they figure out how to do that, so their message to you is that, number one, they don't want you to take it personally. They realize why you would, though, right? That they haven't reached out to you. They're not talking to you. They're not updating you or whatever, right? They're not checking in. See, that's why, yeah. Hold on, you guys. I got a lot. Okay. I'm going to put these back, because this is just kind of an aside, right? At the back of the deck, it says relenting because you keep pressuring me, not because it's what I want to do. Your person is saying they don't want to feel pressured into doing something they're not ready to do. It's not that they don't want to talk to you and not reach out to you, but for some reason it almost feels like they're being guided inward, pulled inward. Okay, so with you make me feel ways I've never felt before. It's like they're appreciative of that, and they're also wanting to figure out how to feel that independent of you, right? Your person is not wanting to become codependent on your energy or just any energy outside of them. They're wanting to figure out, like, you know, how can I feel this way, just because it's like you reminded them of, you know, and that might be too, like you might have reminded them of a time in their life when they did feel like that, just kind of, you know, independently, when they did feel on fire and passionate and excited and all that stuff. And, you know, it's like now your person is like, I only really kind of feel like that when I'm around pile 3. And they're both thankful for that. And they're both like, how, okay, they don't want to become codependent on that, on your energy for that. And that's a good thing. We don't want to become dependent on another person's energy. That's why, part of us restoring ourselves after we've been hurt or just coming back home to self is realizing how to light that fire within ourselves, rediscover that inner spark. And that really feels like that's what your person is doing. How can I, like, your person's asking themselves like the right questions. How can I love myself again? How can I love my life again? How can I wake up and be on fire about the fact that I woke up, right? How can I be thankful for being alive again? How do I even feel alive again? I just saw amazing chemistry at the back of the deck. Your person is acknowledging you guys have amazing chemistry. So they're really coming through and saying that really not to take their absence personally. And they're also, again, they're realizing why you would. They don't want you to take it personally, but they do understand why you would. Okay, give me 2 more. Your messages to pile 3, please. It's just a game to me. Your messages to pile 3. They got still heartbroken, but then this is true love. And then we also have not for the foreseeable future at the back of the deck. This feels like your person really kind of going within, trying to figure out how to heal some old wounding. Okay. They are coming through and acknowledging that maybe they didn't give this connection the respect and the honor, or at least the attention and the focus and the energy that it deserved. Or deserves. But like a message that's coming through pile 3 is they can't give you what they don't have. They felt bad because your person was feeling bad, like they were taking more from you than they were giving, right? But there's also this energy of like you remind them of themselves in better days. I hope that makes sense. Your person is just not available right now. Let's see. What do you want with pile 3, if anything? Boundaries. What do you want with pile 3? If anything. Freedom. What do you want with pile 3? What do you want with pile 3? That doesn't feel like that. Hold on, I'll tell you that in a minute. What do you want with pile 3? Okay. Yeah, your person is one. Okay, so beauty came out, but it doesn't feel like it's supposed to be out on the board. That's just your person coming through. It feels like them saying it's not you, right? You're not the reason why they're, again, don't take it personally. They actually see you as somebody that's very attractive. Again, they're, amazing chemistry. The chemistry's there. The physical attraction is there. They do see you as being somebody that's very beautiful or very handsome, very physically and sexually attractive. There's a lot of confusion in your person's energy because they need to figure themselves out. Largely what they're trying to figure out is, how... It's almost like they want to do over, but in life in general. But largely it's how they realize their inner spark is gone, and how can I reignite that? Your person is realizing and acknowledging that up until this point, They have felt dead inside. And so they're trying to figure out like, how can I turn that around and reignite that inner spark and just have this zest and this zeal for life that I used to have. And you know, and something about you and being in your presence and sharing your energy, right? Reminded them, it's like, how do I, how do I get that back? It's almost like they may have been kind of like in an energetic coma or a passion coma for a while, and then until they met you, it's like, they remembered like, oh yeah, that used to be me. I used to have a lot of fun and just real jovial, and I used to just wake up and enjoy life, and now I don't do that anymore. When it comes to the connection itself, though, they honestly, they don't know. But a lot of that feels, the reason why your person is unsure of the connection with you is because they're unsure of their connection with themselves. Your person is very understanding of like, they themselves don't know they lost sight of themselves. They don't know who they are really, or who they're supposed to be, and so they can't even choose a path to go down. They're in a very stagnant energy. But I don't want to say stagnant, because it's not that there isn't any movement happening. There's a lot of there's a lot of clearing going on, a lot of, your person's asking the right questions. The thing is that stranded, it's almost like they're stranded in their, why they're stranded, they have all these paths and doors that are open up before them, and they don't know. It's like, I don't know who I am to even be choosing a path forward. And so they're kind of stuck where they're at. It's like they're in some kind of development, right? They're very much in development and very active in that development. And it's only until they're done with this hermit solitude phase will they'll be able to assess, okay, what path am I going to move towards? What path am I going to go down? And it's only then that they're going to be able to assess, like, all right, who's going to go down with me on that path? They don't know yet. That's why they're not talking to you as much, or they're not staying in touch. It's like, because they don't know. If you're looking to them for answers, or, where is this going? Where do you want to go? It's like, they don't know. They're like, I would know a lot better about where I'm going if they know where they know where they've been, right? But they don't know where they're going because they have no idea yet who they're going to become. I hope that makes sense. All right. So, a lot of confusion coming through in your person's, in their energy towards you. I need to find out, though, what's going on with "it's just a game to me." What's that in reference to? And then with secret, okay, so boundaries, so they are definitely, what they're wanting is they want you to respect their space, right? The boundaries that they put up. If they told you that they need space and they need time, they want you to honor that, right? What they're wanting, it says they're wanting to be free. They're not wanting a commitment. They don't want to be bound to any kind of a commitment at this point in time. They want to be free because they don't know, again, what path to choose. And then secret says, moving in silence, more to be revealed, secret love or secret admire. But that just feels more like they're just moving in silence. They're not talking to you because they're afraid to maybe, set up some expectations that they don't know that they're going to be able to deliver on. Okay. There's something very in development when it comes to just themselves as a person and as an energy. And so again, they just have no idea. They wish they could give you definitive answers, but they can't even give themselves that. They have no idea. It's just a game to me. What's just a game? Ooh, okay. Here we have the devil coming out. Let's see, that's Capricorn energy, and then we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. They may have played, I don't know. That could be it. They could have played with your heart. Oh, that's okay. No, what they're saying is that they didn't take seriously. Um, yeah, they didn't take the connection seriously, or they're not taking the connection seriously. The reason why they are, though, is because of that devil energy. That's self-sabotage. That can be evil foreboding, where you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. That can be addiction, right? And this can be your person saying, like, maybe they didn't take addiction seriously. If you know your person, yeah, for those of you where like, they battled alcoholism, or addiction to narcotics or painkillers or just something like that, and this, it could just be an addictive energy overall. Your person didn't take it seriously. They let that addiction rob them of their ability to really connect and feel, right? Not just with others, but also to themselves. Your person isn't really coming through talking a lot about their connection with you. Like, their messages aren't really a lot about their feelings for you and things like that. It's just kind of like what they're going through in life right now. They're kind of explaining themselves as to why they've ghosted you, they've taken a hiatus. This is them just saying, like, they didn't take life seriously. They didn't take seriously the damaging effects that maybe an addiction would have on them in their life. And now they're seeing things clearly, because they're like, where did that fire go, that spark? And now, and I feel like, since meeting you, you've helped with that. You've kind of pointed them somewhat in the right direction, and to be like, okay, maybe there's a better way of doing this, right? Yeah, that's what they mean by it's just a game to me. They played with fire one too many times, but I feel like it's life. Life has just been a game. They didn't take life seriously, and it's caught up to them. Okay, tell me about it's still heartbroken. What does this energy, if anything, have to do with pile 3? Oh, well, come on. Okay. Yeah, they can't give to you what they don't have. And this feels like this might be something not related to you, okay? What about true love? Okay. This is in reference to maybe like a past, okay? Still heartbroken over what they considered was true love and being abandoned, okay? They felt true love, and then they're heartbroken because at some point they were abandoned. Tell me more if this has any relation to pile 3. Yeah, this is talking about somebody in their past. Okay. This could be talking about someone in their past that they had a broken engagement with. Things never really kind of got off the ground. Okay, let's get messages first. They're not really coming through talking about their feelings for you, though. There's like an ambiguity coming through in their energy. What do you want pile 3 to know? Messages to pile 3. Oh, there we go. I love you unconditionally. So yeah. So while they might be telling you about like what happened in the past, why they don't take things seriously, they don't take love seriously could also be another thing, right? Because maybe love has hurt them in the past. A lot of you now, they're coming through saying something about love being a joke and relationships being a joke and just stuff like that. They didn't take those connections seriously. And they definitely are owning up to maybe not taking soul connections seriously. Yeah, they are coming through. Like, look, it says you make me feel ways I've never felt before. So even if they are kind of referencing back to like a past person, that they're still feeling heartbroken over, because I feel like that's coming through like as an abandonment wound. Okay, they were left by somebody, whether or not that was they were left in childhood by maybe a key authority figure or a parental figure in life, and or if they were left later on in life by like a romantic partner. Feeling like abandonment is coming through here. Okay. Whatever it is they may have felt, from a past wounding, it's like you've come in and you've kind of resuscitated them, is what they're saying. So you would come in and you would light this inner fire for them, okay? That inner star, you would light that space back up, but then because of their own wounding and their own self-sabotaging ways, because of that devil, they would extinguish it out. You would come in and light it, they would extinguish it out. You would come in and light it, they would extinguish it out. They noticed that. They noticed that patterning, right? They noticed that. And so they're like, how can I light that fire within myself, right? Because part of learning how to light that fire within yourself is learning how to maintain it, right? It's one of those energies of like, you would go fishing for them to feed them, but they never learned how to feed themselves. And that's what they're needing to learn how to do, so that, at some point there can be an equal exchange of energies, and it's not you doing all the giving and them doing all the taking. This is them realizing that, okay? That's actually a good space for them to be. Let's get a couple more. Your messages to pile 3. So, there's past heartbreaks your person is having to heal. Abandonment wounds they're needing to heal. And then for some of you, there's an actual, addiction that they're needing to heal. Like, an actual addiction. Your person is just seeing themselves as being a mess energetically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of it. Even physically, they're just seeing themselves as a mess. And that's why they have withdrawn their energy and they're in hermit mode. And I'm feeling like they're in hermit mode overall. I don't feel like they're just withdrawing themselves from their connection with you. I feel like they're withdrawing they are withdrawing from just like the world in general. They're hermiting. They are hermiting hard. And then we both know I'm not the one for you, but then it flipped in the reverse. And so it feels like they're working on that. Let's get one more. What do you want pile 3 to know? Your person is hermiting hard. Just in general. Give me one more. There's not a lot of people in their life that they're talking to, pile 3. You're not the only one. Yes, I'm not available. They're not available for hardly anybody. I can't do this at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, your person's going through something, pile 3. With we both know I'm not the one for you, that might be your person's having a hard time with that. Let me see why. What's making up this energy being in the reverse? Bad timing. It's not that your person is saying, okay, it's not that you guys don't mesh well as energies. It's like personalities. It's not that you're incompatible. That's not it. It's timing. They're seeing like the person that they are right now, they're no good for you because of who they are right now, because of the wounding, because of you see what I'm saying? But it's almost like they understand and realize that after they've completed this healing, after they've figured out how to light how to restore that fire back to themselves, they realize that that's probably going to change. Like, it's like, you guys will be right for each other. But again, I'm not picking up anything here where they really have an eye towards the future. It's like they're taking one day at a time. Yeah, they're unclear about that with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. They don't know. They don't know if they don't know. They're very unsure. What time am I not available? They truly love you and care about you, like with I love you unconditionally. You know, a part of them letting you go, that's part of it. They're saying, you know, they love you enough to let you go if they don't want to hold you up, right? They love you enough to not hold you up. They don't want you to put yourself on a shelf and wait for them, because they honestly, they don't know. With not for the foreseeable future being on the back of the deck, they don't know how long this is going to take for them. You know, there's an energy here that they're saying, like, you know, we're not getting any younger, right? And they don't, you know, they feel bad, like they don't necessarily want you to have to wait for them, because they don't know how long it's going to take for them to get right again. Okay, let's move on. If this is resonating so far for you guys, if you got from this reading what you came here for, take a minute if you would. You can show your appreciation by smashing the like button. It's also a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know how this pile resonated. Let me know that you picked this pile. Become part of the family by hitting the subscribe button. And don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Okay, let's see. Pile 3's person. Let's close the reading up. What do you want pile 3 to know? Messages to pile 3. What do you want to tell pile 3? They want to be left alone right now. Heavy hermiting stone. Yeah. It says they are emotionally unavailable. It is for your highest good to move on and find your happiness again. Yeah, I was just saying that. Give me 2 more. Your last messages to pile 3, please. This is letting me know that they still, like, they are still feeling that heart of stone. They still have not figured out yet how to ignite that. They're still searching. The thing about it, though, is that at least they realized that they were searching in the wrong place. Like, they may have been using, you know, third parties and drugs, partying, alcohol, whatever, dating apps, whatever the case may be. Trying to light that spark again, and they realized, and you are part of them realizing that, they realized that that was the wrong way to go about it, right? But they still haven't figured out how to do that yet. Your person could be fasting right now. They could be going through some kind of a spiritual fast. You know, they could be fasting social media. They could be, you know, fasting sex. They could be fasting. They could just be in some kind of a fasting mode right now. Fasting something. They have definitely withdrawn their energy. They are hard, and they are right smack dab in the middle of hermit mode right now, pile 3. I don't feel like you're the only one they're ghosting either. I feel like they're ghosting a lot of people. Give me 2 more, and then we'll close the reading, pile 3's person. And you can go back to hermit mode. Give me 2 more, and then we'll close the reading, pile 3's person. Ooh, their energy is, yeah, they're withdrawing. They don't want to talk anymore. Let's see. Taking aim. They're stepping into their power. Oh, and unexpected did actually want to come out. And then we got ancestral karma showing up at the back of the deck. It says they're clearing negative ancestral patterns that were passed down through generations. Yeah, don't rush the journey. So, I mean, a lot of this might be, they may not even be understanding what's going on energetically, but that's what's happening, okay? That might also let you know that, yeah, they have withdrawn from most of the connections they have withdrawn from. They might only just be talking to a couple of key people in their life, like their parents or something, or just like really, 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 really close family. Unexpected says the answers you seek are coming, but when the answers arrive, it might be too late or you have moved on. And your person is understanding that. They're understanding and realizing that, they're on this path of self-discovery, and by the time they figure out who they are, it may have been so long that you may have already just chosen to move on, right? But what they're doing though is they're trying to figure out how to step back into their power again because they lost themselves along the way. All right, you guys. Pile 3, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys.